Welcome to the North Park Podcast, where pastors and people connect. This is the place to get to know your pastors as they address theology, ministry, and more. Join us now for today's conversation.
Is that royalty free?
We're paying for it.
Honestly, I shouldn't be asking if that's royalty free when thinking about all the stuff we're going to play later. Well, hello and welcome to the North Park Podcast. This is the season finale, if you will, and it's our Christmas episode. Our second annual Christmas episode, could we say that?
Mm-hmm.
We did this last year and had a lot of fun, and so we're joined again with Erica Cook.
Hello. Happy to be back.
Erica Cook, who bakes bread.
I do.
And if you listen to last year's episode, we have kind of a similar setup. We've got some decorations in here, and we've got some snacks. Somehow we're snacking, even though we just had a huge staff Christmas lunch. So you may hear some chewing sounds in the background, but
maybe some yawning sounds.
Maybe some yawning sounds. How's everyone doing?
Ho, ho, ho. Ho, ho.
Jolly.
I feel like the fullness of my belly, it mirrors the fullness of my heart right now. So I'm doing very well.
I'm having a good time. Just munching still somehow.
Don't forget we have 2 services this weekend, basically. Yeah. So is that you?
These soundboards are going to be a problem. So just to warn the listeners, Zach has my laptop connected to Bluetooth with the soundboard. So we'll see how responsible I can be with that. But we're going to have some sound effects and some
just trying to liven it up a little bit.
Yeah. So I was going to ask the pastors here, because I almost said it myself, what's your thoughts on the saying or using the phrase Christmas spirit? Are you feeling the Christmas spirit?
Personally, I don't have any problem with that.
That doesn't bug me.
No.
Right.
No.
I feel like in the context, you're just communicating like you feel in the season.
Yeah.
I think you could.
Lowercase s,
Yeah, lowercase s. That's an important one. I don't know. I feel like I like to err on joy in this season, and I feel like getting nitpicky on that would potentially rob me of some joy.
Or if people say Happy Holidays versus Merry Christmas,
Yeah,
which holiday is holy day anyway, so it's
it
doesn't really change much for us.
Yeah. Christmas is a holiday.
Yeah.
Same.
Well, we don't have much of a script for this one, but Zach and I have some fun things planned. But I was going to ask you guys, I don't think I've asked you anyways, what is everyone doing for Christmas? Staying local, traveling, staying at home?
Well, we have our North Park Christmas Eve service.
Ooh, good plug.
On Tuesday, Christmas Eve, at 5 o'clock. After that, we'll be going home. And the kids will probably actually go to bed very well that night.
Ooh.
I'm sure they will.
Trying to rush that Christmas morning.
But then 5 o'clock in the morning, mom and dad are still in bed.
Mm-hmm. You said any rules like can't leave until... can't leave your room until like after 7 or anything like that?
We've tried that. It doesn't always work.
Yeah.
They have like a light timer that changes colors when it's time to get out of bed. Mm. So if it's red, they stay in bed, red bed. If it's green, then they can go, whatever.
Do you tell them for every minute early they come out of their rooms, you take a present away?
We're definitely gonna try that. Yeah.
You've done that yourself?
No. It's a long story, probably for a different show, but we learned how to train our boys not to come out of their rooms for any reason.
So anyways, I'm sure our Christmas morning will be promptly started, which is not the worst thing because we're going to do a turkey. So I'll get the turkey going on the smoker and let that go all day.
Yeah, nice.
So
how long of a smoke?
It's a smaller a turkey, so probably 6 hours.
6 hours, yeah, nice.
But-
You guys have like any Christmas morning traditions?
This year we're trying to keep it simple. We always say that.
Yeah.
Who doesn't say that? We're just gonna keep it simple.
We're going complex this Christmas.
We're actually going minimalistic this year, but no. Stockings, and then
Yeah.
Erica tries to pace like, let's do a round of gifts, and then
Yeah.
go do
Right.
a desserty breakfast.
Oh. Do you do actual stockings? Like
We do
you,
stockings.
you put presents in the stockings?
We do stockings. My family growing up, we did stockings first, and then
Yeah.
did presents later. Her family did it the other way. They would do presents first, and then stockings later in the day.
Yeah, we've never
I
done
don't know.
stockings.
Everyone's, yeah. So it'll be a fun day.
Erica, you guys are going to be out of town?
Yes, we are. We're leaving this upcoming Saturday to go to the Chicago area. We're going to be visiting both my side of the family and David's side of the family. So, be a lot of fun. We're down for
Do you do
little
that every
vacation.
year, or do you stay home sometimes?
We go there every year. Last year we went for the full week and then came home New Year's Day, which we're doing again this year. We got a lot of positive feedback from our family from doing that. So
Question for you: when you get up on Christmas morning, like you're a grown up, you're an adult right now. Do you find
Sometimes.
yourself like reverting back to like childhood Erica on Christmas morning since you're in your parents' house?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
We actually did 3 different types of presents. So we had stocking presents, then we had presents from my parents, and then we had presents from Santa Claus.
Oh, that's still happening. Okay.
I still believe in Santa Claus.
Okay.
so,
Okay.
You know.
Well, sorry to be the bad pastor here, but we're gonna have to talk about that later.
Fort Wayne has so many Santa Clauses.
Yeah.
It's insane how many Santas live here.
Yeah. We got a lot of.
He's at the mall. He drives the FedEx trucks.
Well, I tell you what, we got a lot of
There's
older guys just in the community that love to put that red hat on.
there's like
each
there's
winter.
there's 3 at the zoo. It's crazy.
Yeah, they're not employed by anybody. They've got the Christmas spirit.
So I'm sure one of them is the real Santa. So
It's got to be one of them.
yeah,
I tried to get David to buy a Santa suit, but he was not having it.
Who knew even our Christmas episode would be a controversial one?
Yeah, there it is. Tis the season.
for the
Season 3.
for the pet owners. Do pet owners get any of you two get presents for your dogs
Yep.
for Christmas?
Do I?
Yeah.
No.
No.
Does my wife? Yes.
Really? So Remy,
Remy gets some special treats and new toys. And are they hidden in our closet like the children's? Yes.
Are they wrapped?
Not yet, but they will. I think they go in like a bag or something like
because
that.
they're sent like they're dog treats. I guess like
Yeah.
can your dog smell them?
Nah,
If she
she could. She's so lazy
Yeah.
these days.
What closet are you putting them in?
Our master closet in our
Yeah.
bedroom.
Is that why you smell like milk bones?
That might be it.
Yeah, I've already wrapped Watson's and I put it underneath the tree. And I keep it underneath the tree until I leave for work. And then I put it on the countertop because he for sure smells it. All the little treats I have
That sounds
in
like a
there
lot
for
of
him.
work. So you put it under the tree every day, like in December.
Yeah.
As
And then in the morning or like when we're leaving, I pick it up so you won't eat it.
Yeah. Wow.
has anyone here received a new puppy for Christmas?
I would be totally down to, but
I might have gotten
No.
a guinea
It
pig.
hasn't happened for us, but
Yeah.
We had guinea pigs
Guinea
growing
pigs.
up.
And you got them for Christmas?
Maybe.
Yeah.
I don't remember, but that could be a thing.
yeah.
Did you say what you guys are doing?
No. So we will have a big Christmas party on Sunday night for Lisa's side of the family, and they are big into like party festivity. So she's got an aunt that will come over on Thursday. It's going to be at my father-in-law's house, but her aunt's going to come over and decorate his whole house and theme it, and she'll get like all this food catered and things like that. Like they really go above and beyond. They had a DJ last year. Yeah. So they really love to make it a nice party, but it's a ton of fun. They're a good time. And then we'll have Christmas Eve service, like Zach mentioned, and then we do a Christmas Eve party for, it's open to both sides of the family. So some of my family members will come, some of Lisa's will come, but it's also time to like reconnect with really old family friends that we don't get to see much at all. But it's just kind of worked out that people find their way over to our house, people that we rarely get to see anymore, but they mean a lot to us. And so it's always a good time. And then, Christmas morning is at our house with all of our traditions. And then we go to my mom's house after that. So we do a lot. And I mean, I like it. But I was talking with Greg Crawford, one of our elders, and I was like, Greg, I feel like Christmas season is like a sports game where it's like, it's a ton of fun, but you're exhausted by the end of it. And he gave me the famous Greg Crawford chuckle. I said, oh, yeah. And it was endearing because I love Greg.
They probably host something though, and he gets to lounge at home all day at this point.
Yeah.
That's the
well,
goal.
he had the Crawfords had a big party last Friday for their ABF, and so we actually had the Warners kids were with us, so they could go to it, and so I heard it was a great time.
Wow.
I heard it was really fancy.
Oh, I believe it. Anything that happens at the Chateau de Crawford is top tier.
Very
How about you?
cool.
What are you doing? Ohio again?
No, we are. We'll have like a normal Christmas morning at our house, and then I think my mom's going to come over. We'll have a nice Christmas lunch.
Will Augie recite Luke 2 from memory?
We're working on that.
Okay.
Yeah,
Yeah.
he can say the reference.
Sure.
Ideally, we'll get naps in for the kids, but
How realistic is that
I don't know.
percentage?
Because they're young enough that like they're not crazed over like he'll be excited over the toys, but he could still take a nap. Mm-hmm. But that would be really great if they could do that. And then after that, we'll go to Shelby's parents' house. So
It's long days with kids when you try to do both sides.
yeah, but it'll be fun.
It's nice that you guys have family in the area, though, and you don't have to
Yeah.
travel.
Yeah. No, that's true. That's true.
So I asked Zach if he could prepare maybe some trivia, Christmas trivia.
I'll try to make it trivia-like.
Okay.
You want to do my segment now?
Let's go for it.
Okay. So we can try to make it trivia, but I'm going to call it Christmas trees you may or may not want to go see this year.
I'm intrigued. Intrigued. Get it?
Yeah, I got you.
Intrigued.
Yeah.
And I'm sorry to the listeners, I do have some images just to show our staff so they can kind of see what I'm talking about, and they can help me colorize the verbiage so you can see it in your mind. So I've got 5 or so Christmas trees you may or may not want to see this year. So the first one is the world's tallest singing Christmas tree.
Singing.
And you may have heard of this before. It's
Like living Christmas tree?
Yep.
Okay.
Well, yeah. So this has made national headlines several times, and this is near and dear to my heart because it's just a few minutes down the road from my hometown in Muskegon, Michigan, specifically Mona Shores, if you're from the area. This singing Christmas tree began its tradition about 40 years ago, so early 80s, at St. Francis de Sales Catholic Church. So it's a Catholic church and school. So this tree was essentially the high school choir. Oh. So they built these risers, a 15-step riser in the shape of a Christmas tree, and they'd stack students.
That's where Living Christmas Tree started.
Is it?
I'm asking.
It's not an actual tree. It's just
Right, yeah. But Living Christmas Tree, like where they've...
Yeah.
That's what they called it.
Yeah,
It was at Blackhawk here.
Yeah, and then,
So that's where it all started, was with this high school.
it could be.
Okay.
But word on the street is that whoever thought this idea got it from a place in California. They saw something similar in California and said, we can do better than that.
Sure.
So who knows where the original idea came from. But yeah, so this singing Christmas tree can fit about 160 students. And at the top, just below the star, is room for one student who was designated as the angel. So, I guess how tall it is. I give you some info to calculate it. 15 risers high, 160 students.
15 risers high.
Like 20 feet?
I want to say 2 stories.
How many
It's,
feet is a story?
About 10 feet.
Yeah, so it'd be about
So,
20 feet is about 2 stories.
It depends
or so.
what, if you're going commercial or residential
But
structures.
I feel like it's got to be bigger if it's the world's biggest.
The world's tallest. So here we go. 67 feet tall.
That's 6.5. That's almost 7 stories.
Yeah. So it used to be at their church in Muskegon, Ramona Shores, and became so popular they kind of ran out of room for people to come watch the show, the performance. So they moved it to the historical Fronthal Theater downtown Muskegon, which is a really great theater if you ever get to go there. And they run like 5 shows at Christmas each year, and they sell out every time. Like it's very hard to actually get. I've never actually seen it myself, but even at the new place, like it's still like just barely enough room to fit this tree inside.
Wow.
And now with the power of LED lighting, they have 25,000 Christmas light bulbs to go with the students that are safe. Because before they would try to like have a couple candles kind of near the tree or like have the students like hold a candle. But now they have like really safe,
Yeah.
better looking LED lighting.
Great call.
But yeah, there's been stories of students like blacking out because they're up high and
Yeah,
it's hotter up there. And,
I'd be that kid.
they made it pretty safe to climb, like the scaffolding and the stair system. They made it actually pretty safe. I think the angel has a strap in though. Whoever's the angel kid has a strap in.
67 feet up there. I hope so.
Yeah. But anyway, it's immaculate. So that's one I would probably recommend you go try and see if you can score a ticket. It's
Okay.
very hard to get tickets.
So what would people Google to see this again?
World's tallest singing Christmas tree.
You think you could petition to like be on the bottom, just request it?
Yeah.
I don't know.
Just imagining, what if you're
The
like,
I don't
spots
know.
fill up fast.
It will be a scene.
I don't know. But the director who's been doing it for almost the whole time the trees existed, he finally resigned or retired. So all the experience is being rolled over now to a new guy.
Yikes. That's a risky transition.
Yeah. So the next one, definitely more debatable. So just a segue here, one of my favorite Christmas hors d'oeuvres, the one I always crave around Christmas is often shrimp cocktail. Do you guys ever crave shrimp? For those who do like,
Well,
Sounds
I just
terrible.
Say, I just say
Yeah.
shrimp Alfredo pizza.
well, yeah.
So I do
Anyways.
love shrimp cocktail. It's
Yeah.
good.
So a good shrimp cocktail. And you're like, what does this have to do with the Christmas tree?
Oh boy.
Well, the shrimp is a cousin to the lobster. Was that called an arthropod or aren't the shellfish
Yeah.
family
Arthropod?
Yeah. So shrimp's a cousin to the lobster. And if you happen to be swinging by the east coast of New England, you might happen to drop by one of many competing world's largest lobster trap Christmas trees.
Oh my goodness.
I can smell it already.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's too much work to wash them out. So
And
it's part of the ambiance, the scent.
here's a picture of one.
Oh, they did all right with it.
Yeah. So I can't speak to this year's winner yet because it's still kind of ongoing. But last year, 2023, a small port town of Beals, Maine, piled together 1,364 used lobster traps in the form of a Christmas tree. They deck it out with marine ornaments, which kind of a sober moment here. Some of the buoys represent fallen fishermen on the ocean. So there's a little bit of a sentimental there. So I'm trying not to be disrespectful as we gawk at this.
Yeah.
So there's one you may or not want to see. It's been a pretty heated battle, it sounds like, though. There's several towns that have been doing this.
So it's like town versus town.
And yeah, like Massachusetts to Maine, like the whole eastern seaboard.
Did you say how tall that one is?
I don't
That looks as big as the living Christmas
It's
tree.
pretty
you
close.
showed.
It's about 40 feet, 38 feet.
Is that a person standing at the bottom there?
We see a dog at the bottom there.
Oh, that's like slightly different.
Yeah,
All I saw was the
A little
legs.
shorter.
yeah. Oh, it's about 60 feet tall. So it is about the same
it's
size
about
as
the
the
same. Yeah, yeah.
So this is last year. So this one last year, 60 feet, broke the record. The one before that was actually a little bit more famous. It was 30 feet tall, but was on a Discovery Channel special featuring just unique Christmas trees around the world. So the previous one was actually more famous, even though it was a little smaller. So anyway, so if you get some spare time, feel free to go to the East Coast and grab some lobster and check out these lobster trap Christmas trees. They're pretty impressive. One of them also holds a record for the most marriage proposals
Whoa.
under a lobster trap Christmas tree.
Oh my gosh.
The most
That's not this
compared
one.
to what?
It's not this one. I don't know. This one. There's another one up the coast where you can actually walk inside of it. It's like a little cave, and it's like a hot spot for proposals, I guess.
Yeah.
They call it the Paris of the
Yeah.
west coast of the Atlantic.
Yep. So anyway, since we're in the water theme here, I thought I'd go to New Jersey here, where you can find the world's largest underwater Christmas tree.
That's
I'm very
I want to
interested.
see that.
Yeah.
picture.
And compared to the last two, the girth isn't quite as impressive, but given the context, you might give it some points. It's only 18 feet tall. It's at an aquarium, Adventure Aquarium in Camden, New Jersey.
Is it made of coral?
So, given the circumstances, and they put it in a tank with live sharks and fish,
Okay.
they have to synthetically construct it.
Yeah.
So it looks like coral. It's coral-like. The fish think it's like anything else. They habitat into it.
a nice folk.
So here's a picture of this one.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah.
That's pretty.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
My
it's 18
boys would
feet
like
tall.
to see that in an aquarium.
Yep.
With the shark for scale, that's a
Yeah.
nice picture.
Yeah.
So this one definitely gets some impressive points because they can't grow the tree or like cut a tree down and drop it in there. Scuba divers have to go in. They don't drain the tank either. The scuba divers have to go in and like build it while the sharks are like floating around.
Yeah.
So to top it off, though, not only is the tree unique to look at, but they also have one of the most unique Santa Clauses you can ever see. They call him Scuba Santa.
Oh.
So you can walk up to the glass, and Santa's in the tank in scuba gear, and you can go up and kind of high five Santa through the glass. So they have a Scuba Santa.
So going back to the tree though,
Mm-hmm.
it looks like there's starfish that are glowing. Are those fake or are they real starfish? Are they
That I'm not sure.
Oh,
So you and David can
go visit
yeah,
and let you know?
let me know if they were real starfish or not. So that's the world's largest underwater tree.
The sad thing is sometimes the sharks run into it.
Ho, ho. Ho, ho, ho. Ho, ho.
What is that from?
It's just a random soundbite that I got on our.
This gives me anxiety because I don't know what it's actually going to sound like when I click it.
Oh, I limited myself to 8 sound bites, and I
Yeah, I've got like
predetermined
30
what they
here,
are.
and it keeps reloading the web page because it's taking up so much memory space.
So, in case an underwater tree wasn't enough, if you happen to go to Rio de Janeiro, it's not there anymore, at least currently, but you can witness the world's largest floating Christmas tree. And this might take a little bit of time to gawk at this.
Yeah.
Is that over water?
Yeah.
So I'll give you the story here. So the original tree started in 1996. This is Brazil, Rio de Janeiro, Brazil. The original tree was 157 feet tall, had like 1.5 million lights,
Wow.
and they put it on a local lake just outside of the main city block. In 1997, it grew to 190 feet
Wow.
and began demonstrating that it was capable of a very wide variety of colors and themes. This is all, it's artificial. It's not an actual Christmas tree, just wires and scaffolding and structuring, but it's all lit up. In 1999, it grew to 249 feet.
249.
Yep. And weighing about 250 tons of metal and wiring.
Okay.
And that was when it was officially documented as the world's largest floating Christmas tree. Because it's literally on a raft or a barge that just sits out there.
Yeah.
And then just a year or two later, like 2000, you could say it became another record. They decided to untether it the following year, so 2000.
risky.
So now it was the world's largest floating and untethered Christmas tree, which
Yeah.
meant the tree, this 250-foot tree, could just float around the lake
kinda cool.
along the current,
That's kind of cool.
and they'd have to correct it once in a while with technology, but
Yeah.
manpower. So yeah, so imagine just being in Brazil and this tree just kind of floating by you. That's almost 300 feet tall.
Yeah, that's huge.
So they don't have it anymore. Is that because they lost it?
The last
floated away?
the last few years, well, it's on a lake, so it's contained. But the last few years, I'll get to, has some tragedy built into it. So 2001, it gained another 13 feet because they added a star.
Dude, that's Tower of Babel, man. You can't keep building that thing.
Yeah. And by that point, they estimated about 3 million lights with several
3 million.
with several programmable sections. So they would start doing like shows and imageries. Okay, 2005, they added 48 synchronized water pumps around the base, so they could have a lighted water show to go along with the lights. And there's always fireworks. You can imagine they do a big ceremony. They have an orchestra that comes and plays. They do fireworks. 2007, it grew a little bit more to the equivalent of a 28-story building, which is 280 feet. So if you're in Fort Wayne, our Lincoln National Bank building is about 280 feet. So imagine going downtown and seeing a Christmas tree just sitting next to one of the tallest buildings in Fort Wayne,
But floating on the
but
lake.
floating on water
Untethered.
by itself. Yeah. So from 2015, the year 2015 until now, it's kind of gone through some changes and some trauma. 2015, there was a storm that came through and reduced the size of the tree to 174 feet.
Blew the top off.
Something, I don't know
Blew
exactly.
the top half of it off.
But it was timely and kind of an odd coincidence. The theme that year was supposed to be the renewal of life for the tree and the lights and the music they chose, but the tree broke in half basically. But it was also oddly convenient because the following year, 2016 was the Summer Olympics in Brazil.
Oh yeah.
So the town was just putting all of its power and funds into the Olympics.
Yeah.
So it was kind of a timely situation for the tree to kind of dismantle itself. So from that time, they've tried to redo it. It came back a couple years. They tried putting it into a shopping mall parking lot one year. It didn't quite have the same effect. Then it came back again. They got a different sponsor to do it. And then COVID happened, and they quit doing it again. But anyway,
It's a Humpty Dumpty situation.
whatever year you pick, this might be my favorite that I've found.
Yeah.
The world's largest floating
cool.
Christmas tree.
So you wouldn't see it there this year, though.
I would consider going to it. You want to go?
No, I mean,
you want to go?
you were saying.
It's not out on the lake
I
anymore.
don't think it's there this year.
I wonder if they'll bring it back and it'll be like
Something.
way bigger than before
Yeah.
or something.
Yeah.
400 feet.
Yeah. So yeah, I'd be one to check out if you happen to be in Brazil.
How tall is the one in New York City?
The Rockefeller tree?
Yeah.
I don't know.
I'm just trying to think of like comparison. Not that I've ever seen
No.
that one in person, but I know it's big.
Yeah, I mean, that's a natural tree they bring in.
Yeah.
So I can't imagine it's massive compared to these trees. Which does lead me to my final point here. As I was watching all these things about trees, and I started to feel sympathetic towards real trees. Like, we can make any tree you want to be the biggest tree in the world, but what's like the actual largest tree, naturally cut Christmas tree?
Well, for reference, the 2024 Rockefeller Christmas tree is 74 foot tall. It's
Okay.
Norway spruce. So
That is really big. I was
that
going to
is
guess
tall for
something bigger,
natural.
though, but
Yeah. So in the U.S., at least, the world's tallest cut Christmas tree was a 212-foot Douglas fir that was erected and dropped in a Northgate shopping center in Seattle, Washington, in the year 1950. And since then, nothing's beat that, at least in the U.S.
they don't grow them like they used to.
Yeah. But I don't have a picture of that one. But that one was a very, very scrawny, skinny tree. They just found like the tallest tree they could physically get there. And I guess the shopping mall had just opened, so they're trying to like boost the commerce for that shopping mall or something like that. So there have been other attempts. There's a town in Louisiana that tried stringing lights from the top of a radio tower down to the ground, and it kind of looks like a tree.
Yeah.
And there's a tree in the Netherlands. They tried the same thing. They just draped a bunch of lights from a radio tower down to the ground, and they called it a tree. There's a tree in Italy, a light up tree. It's artificial. That's definitely the world's biggest Christmas tree display, but it's laying down on a hill. It's not like standing upright. So it's big, but it's not really tall because it's on the side of a hill. So then you get into the debate of like, what is a Christmas tree? And what if you live in like the Bahamas and you don't have any evergreens nearby, you know?
What a question for our day.
Yeah.
What is a Christmas tree?
So those are a handful of Christmas trees you may or may not want to see this year.
Erica, are you a real Christmas tree person? I could see you being into the real thing.
I've never had a real Christmas tree before. Might be fun, but it also sounds really messy.
Yeah.
And last year we were even talking about like the number of fires that happen.
Yes, that's a thing.
Yeah, so.
And plus, Watson's tongue like stuck to sap or something like that.
Actually, Watson would just flat out eat the tree. He loves wood-based products like paper. Yeah, he would just eat it.
All right, thank you, Zach. That was very interesting. I want to see that underwater tree. So I'm going to present a game to you all. I don't really know what you would call this, but you've probably heard of something like this before. A song guessing game, but I'm only going to play like 1 second of the song. And you have to, and they're all Christmas songs. You ready for this?
I feel like
He's
Zach
meant-
has the edge here.
Need some intro music? This is the game show intro.
Sounds like a Chewy commercial or something.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the second annual.
Guess that Christmas
Great.
Carol.
I'm gonna let y'all know now I'm very bad at this game.
I think, yeah, everyone's saying that, but these are Christmas songs that we've all heard hundreds of times. So I feel like you guys will. So I tested this with Shelby, and we were done in like 2 minutes. And I have 7 songs.
Okay.
So we'll kind of see how it goes for the first few. And if people are good at it, maybe we'll like take turns. Like Erica, if she can't guess, then Zach gets to guess, kind of thing. And I tried to order them easier to harder. And also, I have 2 clips for each song, so I have a 1 second or like
That was nice of you.
yeah, half a second or whatever. And if you guys can't guess it, I'll play like a few more seconds. But y'all ready?
I'm ready.
Sure.
Okay, here's the first Christmas song.
Jingle bells.
I almost said Silent Night because there's no sound.
Santa baby.
Simply having a wonderful Christmas time.
Yes.
Yeah.
Check this out.
Okay.
Correct.
Yep. Paul McCartney.
That was really good. Erica, we're in trouble.
Well,
I'm actually really
totally
bad with like naming the specific artist or singer. I can usually get the song. but-
Yeah.
So you might catch up.
Yeah, just guess the song name,
Yeah,
I guess. You don't have to guess.
We should have gotten
chance of
like
getting
buzzers. We can like buzz in or something.
Okay, here's the next one.
This this Christmas I give you my heart. The very next day I give it away. This year give it to someone special.
This Christmas. Yeah.
You know what's funny? That's Augie's favorite Christmas song right now.
Is that right?
I think it's like the beat or something.
So we got it.
Thanks. Yep, Last Christmas. Yeah, I'm kind of thinking we might have to have Zach.
I can delay my response.
Here, this one, you don't
I'll
guess
delay.
Zach unless they can't guess
I'll
it.
give you a chance.
And then you can go. But technically, supposedly these will get harder. But it's kind of my subjective
boy.
opinion.
They're gonna get harder.
My mind.
Rocking
is
around the
completely-
Christmas tree.
Nice.
So what I have to do is like I hear it and I kind of understand it, but I have to like my brain has to play out the rest of the song to
Yeah.
get to the point that I can name it.
Yeah. All right, let's leave this one to Erica
All
and
right,
see if she can
I'll Erica.
get it.
No. Don't do this to me. I know this song, but
The other nice thing about the Christmas songs is, like, if you know any of the lyrics, you know,
Yeah.
like some song titles aren't even in
Like
the
the
lyrics.
one line is the title.
Yeah.
I got it.
Okay, here's a slightly longer one.
I don't know.
Zach?
All I want for Christmas is you.
Yes.
Yep, I was not gonna get that.
All right, this is where I think it starts getting harder. Zach, sit this one out too.
I will.
I'm dreaming of a white Christmas.
There you go.
I did it.
Erica, nice.
She did it.
I should have done more of these.
We can always,
Have yourself a merry.
See, you
Little
got this,
Christmas.
Erica.
There it is.
That's because they're including the words this time.
All he said was "ha."
That's all I need.
Just that voice. Okay, this is slightly harder, maybe.
Rocking around the Christmas tree? Oh no, that hurt.
That sounds like Patrick Star or something. You know it, Zach?
I know the song. That's White Christmas again. But which version is it?
Oh gosh.
The Drifters.
The Drifters.
Did you know that?
Yeah.
When you isolate that one part.
That sounds fun. All right, this is too easy. You guys are too good at this. Here's a bonus round. This is really easy though, but it's backwards.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
I did not like
You gonna
that.
get that, Zach?
What?
Did you get that one?
I'm down to 2 in my head.
Feliz Navidad.
That was my first guess.
Gives me flashbacks to people talking about the Beatles songs backwards.
Yeah.
Yeah, his voice gives it away. Anyone name the artist?
Ooh. No one knows.
No.
There is no artist for that one.
One hit wonder, probably.
There is no artist for that one.
His name's Jose something. Jose.
I never would have guessed that.
All right, that's all I got. Maybe I should have done more. Well, before we wrap up, another question I was going to ask. I don't think I asked this last year. If you could have anything for Christmas this year, money is not an issue.
Oh, I got this.
Really? Just like that?
Oh, yeah. David and I have been looking for houses. If money's not an issue, I'd buy some property where there's no HOA, and then I'd build a house on it.
Or
my
toxic
dream
dump
house.
down the road?
Oh, yeah.
No toxic
yeah.
dump? Okay.
We looked at a house that we were considering buying, and it turns out it was very close to where a hazardous waste facility was and was still storing hazardous waste. So we did not buy that house. Yeah.
Well, I think any of us could say a new house would be nice for Christmas. What's something practical that, like, maybe could fit under the tree or something you could unwrap?
Well, mine would have been a nice illustrated biographical sketch of the one and only Charles Haddon Spurgeon that I could share with my boys. And lo and behold, I just unwrapped one of those bad boys just before the show started. So thanks to you, Luke, that my Christmas dreams have come true.
I had no idea I knocked it out of the park that much. That's what you wanted more than anything else.
I mean, that and world peace. But
Oh, well, yeah.
that doesn't fit under the tree.
Yeah. What about you, Zach?
What's the question again? We're doing Christmas presents?
If you could have anything for Christmas this year, sky's the limit.
And it has to fit into the tree?
Not a new house, though.
Oh, anything? Has to fit in the tree?
I feel like if you went
doesn't
with like a
have
new
to.
state-of-the-art road bike or something like that, that'd work, right?
Yeah.
Those could cost a pretty penny.
I mean, I have a decent list. One would be one of 3 different guitars. You kind of need all 3 guitars, to be honest. But one of the 3 would be nice.
You need all 3 for one.
For different
one-
styles and
Okay, yeah.
genres and fingering techniques and stuff like that. Just tonal qualities.
That's how it goes. Be
So I
specific.
really need all 3.
We could have a generous listener. You should be more specific.
Along with that, a pickup truck.
You could put a tree on top of that.
A tree on top of it. Any specific?
to carry the guitars around.
Oh yeah. Yeah. Like an F-150.
What's the point of having 3 guitars if I can't actually take them anywhere?
Yeah, that's true. Good
Okay.
point.
Okay, so I got
And
one.
if you get a house, you're gonna need a pickup truck.
Oh, yes. For my garden. I'll have an even bigger one. Anyway, to fit underneath the Christmas tree, my chocolate fountain that I've had since high school broke this year. The motor doesn't work, so it doesn't do the whole fountainy part, which is so sad. So I would get one that doesn't have the fountainy part, and I could also use it for cheese fondue.
Wow. How much does one of those run you?
Oh, I have no idea. But you said price wasn't an issue, so.
I know. So normally you would get like something real expensive.
Well, my
You went from a house to a
Yeah, that's quite the pendulum swing.
whatever makes you
Yeah.
happy. Maybe like a clone of Watson.
Another Watson. Oh, that one takes the cake. I would do another Watson underneath the tree.
You know,
or
the second is never like the first.
Well, just another King Charles.
Oh, is that what he's
Awesome.
called?
It's a wrong order. It's like a King or a Spaniel, Cavalier King Charles Spaniel. There we go. That's his breed. But he's so sweet. If I could have another one, that would make me.
Maybe one day when they
Luke, what do you want?
perfect the technology.
What do you want under the tree?
You know what would really be a blessing to me is another season of the North Park podcast.
Oh, that's a tall order.
Season 4,
Maybe Santa will bring that.
tucked away neatly under my tree.
Yeah.
Yeah, we might need to redeem this episode.
This can't be the last one.
You have any ideas of how to do that?
No, but I do have some movie trivia lined up. If you need
Oh
to-
wow, okay. I was about to segue into my dream will come true in about a month's time as we kick off season 4.
Oh,
But
nice.
I'm down for more trivia too.
Well, I don't know how much time we're trying to go till, or
How long has it been?
48 minutes. Are there any movies you guys have to watch still between now and Christmas,
Gosh, we have not watched hardly any, which is quite.
or ones that you like
us.
every year have to watch
Yeah.
these movies?
But always the Grinch.
Are you going to look up specific trivia for a movie?
It's Christmas movie trivia.
Okay.
The really old Grinch we always watch on Christmas Eve. And one that I mandate, 'cause it's my home, The Muppets Christmas Carol. And we did talk about that one last year. About how
David
it's-
and Erica had that playing at our Christmas party.
Yeah.
We did.
We did watch that one already this year. Yeah.
Nice. Good. So I have some Christmas movie trivia if you're interested here. So you might have an advantage for some of these actually already, based on what you just shared. So here we go. Christmas movie trivia. In the movie Elf. You've all seen Elf?
4,000 times.
What is the name of the human who thinks he's one of Santa's elves?
Buddy. Nice.
Correct.
That's satisfying.
And they give me 4 potential choices if we get a little stuck.
Was one of them Bubba?
You could have chosen from Jovi,
That's the girl.
Ralphie, Charlie, or Buddy. So these are multiple choice. Next question. What is the Grinch's dog's name? Sam, Spot, Max, or Rex?
Max. No. I was right.
Correct. In the first Home Alone movie, where was the McAllister family planning to go for their Christmas vacation?
Yeah, France.
Correct. Where did they go in the second one?
New York.
Florida.
They were going to. Yeah, that's right. He gets stuck in the.
Yeah.
You got that
You know
one
how I know
right.
that?
So the first one, Kevin didn't make it onto the plane.
Yeah.
The second movie, he made it onto the wrong plane.
Yeah, and he ends up in New York. They end up. Yeah, yeah, that's right. I haven't watched that one nearly as much. I just remember the pigeon lady.
Yep. Another easy one. In the Santa Claus movie, who was the lead actor who accidentally becomes Santa?
Classic.
Chevy Chase,
No,
Will Ferrell,
no,
Jim Carrey,
no.
Tim Allen?
Yes.
Ellen.
Correct. Which character narrates A Muppet Christmas Carol?
It's Rizzo the Mouse and oh gosh, what's his name? Gonzo.
Gonzo the Great.
Yeah.
Correct. In Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer, who was Rudolph's elf friend?
Kirby. Herbie? Herbie? Herbie Kirby?
Close.
Herbie.
It's not quite how it sounds, but it's very similar. So I'll give it to you. It's Hermie.
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 Yeah, okay. Yeah, yeah.
Oh, here's a very tough one. In A Christmas Carol, how many ghosts visit Scrooge?
6.
Are you serious?
I thought it'd be. I don't know.
You don't know how many? Are you serious?
Should I? Why aren't you answering?
No, it's 3. It's the Ghosts of Christmas Past,
Okay, I was
Present, and Future.
close.
That would be incorrect.
What? Oh, well, okay. Then he gets the 2. All right. Marley and Marley, if you include them too, so that would be 5.
Oh, so
you're
I was
actually
pretty close
Yeah.
then.
I forgot
Okay.
about those 2.
Yeah.
Marley and Marley.
In The Nightmare Before Christmas, what is Jack Skellington's title?
I have no idea.
And is it a Halloween movie or Christmas movie?
Did you add that?
No. Well, yeah.
I couldn't tell you this.
He was the Pumpkin King.
Yeah.
What is the name of the guardian angel in It's a Wonderful Life?
Oh, that's on you, Erica.
Oh, you asked me this last year. I couldn't remember.
That same question?
Yes.
I think we did. Yeah.
It starts with the C.
Clarence. Clarence?
Correct. It is Clarence.
Nice.
Some people might instinctively want to say George,
Yeah.
but George is not. George is the main.
Yeah, it's the main character. Yeah.
So good job. Clarence was the guardian angel.
Good job, Erica.
Thank you.
Those are all the ones I can safely do.
The rest are.
Well, here's a good one. What year did A Charlie Brown Christmas first air?
Oh, wow.
And this is you have
No
to know,
idea.
you have to know this one.
No idea.
At least guess the decade.
70s?
1987.
I was going to say like late 60s.
So 60s, 70s, 80s.
Yeah, 1965.
65.
Oh.
Wow. Mm-hmm. Nice.
Two more, then I'm done. In The Santa Claus, again, what actually causes Scott Calvin to become Santa?
Doesn't he like sit in a sleigh or something? Or no, he
puts on
Santa
the jacket after Santa Claus falls off the roof,
Dies.
and
Yes.
he puts the jacket on.
Correct. You put on the suit, you're the big guy.
Yeah, that's it.
That's what the elf
Big
tells
guy.
him.
That's right.
So if you ever want to become Santa, wait for a vulnerable moment and then knock him off the roof. Take a suit. Anyways, it goes on for a while. Those are the main ones you should know. Good job.
That's great. Thank you, Zach. Any other final Christmas comments from the North Park staff on the North Park Staff Christmas Podcast Extravaganza season finale?
I hope everyone has a wonderful Christmas and safe travels if you're traveling.
It's very kind
That
of
was
you.
nice of you, Erica. I was going to say I'm ready for a nap.
Me too.
I think we did pretty good considering that large lunch and there's snacks here.
And a roaring
A
fire.
roaring fire.
Yeah.
Maybe not quite roaring.
We have way too many leftover treats this year, though.
Yeah.
You want to do that whole bit about what you would like to have under your Christmas tree?
No. No. But we
perfect
will return in a few weeks with season 4 of the North Park podcast, and we'll give another reminder of this later, but you can expect new episodes to be releasing on Tuesdays in the next season. We normally record Wednesdays, so that just makes it easier with editing and all of that.
Tuesdays.
Tuesdays.
So what am I going to do on my Thursdays now?
First
You're gonna
If I'm not listening
Yeah.
to the podcast on Thursday, what am I going to do on Thursdays?
you're gonna watch First Looks with
That's
Pastor
right.
Luke.
Oh, yeah. That's good. That's good. All right. We got something for almost every day of the week now.
Yeah.
Luke, is this new season going to be filled with exciting new guests?
It's going to be filled with exciting new guests and some favorite old guests.
Oh, wow.
But Erica, you realize you're the most recurring guest at this point, right?
That's an honor.
Oh,
Because you've been on
3 times.
Am I right?
3.
Yeah.
Yeah, because you did the
this is
last
my-
Christmas one, and then we did the riveting episode on staff meetings.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you're a seasoned guest at this point. So you'll probably see Erica again next year, at least at the Christmas party, unless she quits.
What? Wow. Okay. I'm not planning on quitting.
Unless you really want her job or something. It's almost like you want her job or something like that.
No,
Like you're dying to be an
I do
office
have her
admin.
old chair, and it's I don't like it. All right, we're
For the next
digressing.
dumpster day.
Thank you for listening to this episode. We hope you all have a Merry Christmas. We hope to see you at the Christmas Eve service, and Yeah, Zach's got some nice holiday music to roll us out.
Merry Christmas. Does that go for a while?